向こうで話を聞かせてくれるか？
Good morning, Yersians. Unfortunately, yesterday I lost an entirely voiced playthrough. Hours worth of cutscenes that were also fully voiced by me, all because I plugged in a new piece of equipment and then didn't check and make sure that the voice was working. So that's a little bit depressing. Lost to the annals of time. Today we're checking in with Main and Dianxia quickly to see what more I need to do with them before I move forward with Baobao's unlocking of the Alliance and 8-man raids for Endwalker. And I'm so disappointed because I felt like I was doing a pretty good job yesterday. Again, the daily challenge of will they bring back something worth anything? At least I'm over 15 million again. Better, so never mind, just kidding. And the answer is none. None minion. Nothing good. They're making me sad. They don't care. Whoops. That sells some either. Either used to go for a pretty good price, and now it is going for not very much. Like, that's peanuts. I can make that off selling one item. Well, once I can desynth stuff, I'll be going back to that. And I'm capped. All I have to do is make a few things. We can do that later when I'm not on stream, so... check and see if Dianxia needs to do anything. I think he least a few things. I'm capped on Diantia. Expectations of these guys are lower because they are not top level and they're not well cured. I don't even know what tawny latex does. Okay, back to Baobao. Alright, my partner had finished my botanist quest and left me here so I could complete the Omicron tribe. I didn't realize I was so close to ranking up with them again, but I was. And 7,000 would like to applaud you for your service to the cafe. So this is the capstone. Greetings, Baobao. This unit commends your fulfillment of objectives relating to the care and feeding of Grebulov customers. Pescatarian menu items in particular have met with high approval ratings. Current mission is proceeding as audio records indicate your people would say swimmingly ha ha ha. We've learned so much from the Corellians and Grebulovs, and the last strikes is now the site of joyful cultural exchange. But don't take our word for it. Come and see. Oh yes, yes I will. Jamming Way, what's up? What you got for me? We should keep an eye on that one. They've already polished off 3 bowls of soup today. Well-fed Grebulovs provide important mission data. Soup-related sacrifices must be made. Oh, you like making customers happy. Admit it. This unit merely acknowledges customer satisfaction as more conducive to mission objectives than mutual hostility. Speaking of which, Patron 005 and 006 should be closely monitored. Try to change the subject on me, will ya? Wait, who are Patron 005 and 006? Who do you think? Hail, new-come patrons! I, Jammingway, would like to personally welcome you to The Last Dregs. Can you tell me a bit about your home star? Analyzing metaphysical waveform. Nihilism protocols activated. Beep, beep, beep. It has shared in our truth and shed the self. This is well. The universe too is infinite, is finite. Only in death may we embrace true infinity. Did you just assassinate my barista? Why would you do that? It's a good question. It's an important question. Situational analysis complete. New customers are of the Nibiru civilization. This society eliminated concepts deemed unpleasant by organic life forms, such as war and death. In doing so, individuals attained physical immortality and a state of unified comprehension. Their projections were insufficient, however. The Nibiran people only realized that the elimination of strife would similarly destroy their sources of joy when it was too late. At that point, they jointly decided it would be preferable to return to non-existence. Pardon this unit for a moment. Halting shutdown processes. Troubleshooter initialized. Repair features and self-determination algorithm restored. Why have you returned this being to the finite? The golden mercy of Ra-La was so close at hand. Sweet mother, this is terrifying. Cultural exchange be damned. We can't let them near the other patrons. On the contrary, this unit believes that exposure to other civilizations may benefit these customers and invites them to tour the local simulations of dead worlds. Interesting, interesting. To be certain, the nature of other civilizations is a long-held curiosity of ours. It may be interesting to discuss their inherent futility. That is the spirit. All societies in Ultima Thule are subject to unique manifestations of despair, so this unit recommends comparing each to the tragic perfection of the Nibiran. We are in favor. To arrive at philosophical resonance with such beings will fill much time before a blessed obliteration. Alright. Finally facing off with them. What the hells? That's a very Baobao thing to say. You have already demonstrated to the peoples of Ultima Thule that despair can be overcome. Projections indicate that, once restored, hope is not so easily extinguished. It's true. So you think they'll be able to help each other, like you saved M104 just now? I suppose I should be glad they took you up on it. Those Nibiran make my fur stand on end. I don't want them anywhere near Elysion. I'm pretty sure we're giving them a tour of Elysion. It would be nice if we could cure them of their ennui, of course, but I cannot see how. The Nibiran are the last dead civilization with sufficient data for replication. Should it prove impossible to turn them into satisfied customers, the probability of further developments on Elysion is low. Oh, that is frustrating. Why must they be so much scarier than the other two? I retract my complaints about our soup budget. Yeah. Well, what if we invite patrons from another civilization instead? The IA, for instance. There is no reason we have to build all of our own customers, and they seem rather thoughtful. At the very least, it would make good practice in philosophical debate. This unit cannot guarantee that any amount of practice would prepare you to treat with the Nibiran. However, it agrees that inviting local life forms to the last dregs would be good for business. That's the spirit, kid. Speak with N7000. Let's go. Is he here or is he elsewhere? Elsewhere. Petey, go! I could have teleported, but this is more fun. Current objective, convince prospective AI patrons of the desirability of Last Drag's sustenance. We'll search for potential customers in this vicinity. Can you ask around at the scary stone circle where everyone stares at the sky? Thanks in advance. Yes, I can do that. For you, jamming way. Argumentative, yeah, that's a good prospect. Would you like to come fight some Nibiran? It's for the greater good. A value for replenishment and discourse, you say? We once visited similar establishments. They are memorialized today through the existence of our restaurant, where we traditionalists gather to restore our ether and vent our petty miseries upon one another. Your civilization is young, so perhaps you do not yet understand that one such location is more than enough. Even the most transcendent minds can only withstand so much vacuous discourse. Yeah, but these are Nibiran. They're nihilists. Sophistic AI. The corporeal beings derive meaning from patronizing this cafe, you say? Felicitations. Personally, I have long since parted from such material concerns in favor of staring contemplatively into the abyss. To begin chasing hopes and dreams now would be to betray my very principles. I see. Tough crowd. Right, and 7,000, how did you fare? What is your report, Baobao? One would think they could at least show a bit of respect to you of all people, out of self-preservation if not else. The probability of further developments on Elysion is now infinitesimal. No, I refuse to give up. Their terrible attitudes are all the more reason to make them see the light. Between the three of us, we will get them to enjoy themselves. Implicit threat acknowledged. Initializing joint operation protocols. However, this unit also must acknowledge the non-zero probability of failure. In such a scenario, the odds of ever securing the patronage of the IA and Nibiran must be revised to hopeless. Projections indicate that the business may not survive this outcome. You're as bad as they are sometimes, do you know that? Baobao, you mentioned that the AI once offered you food, did you not? So they don't consider themselves beyond the concept of repast. There must be a way to build on that, to make them understand. Yes, but I gotta talk with him again? You interrupt my staring once again. Curious, is this a physical compulsion? No, we're simply seeking an enlightened opinion. You seem very focused, so surely none would be better suited to answer a few questions. I suppose that would be within the bounds of my principles, and yet, as time is inherently meaningless, you will not cost me what might otherwise have mattered. Pray wait a moment, and I will see if other rationally minded individuals are interested in this diversion. Huzzah! I leave the debating to you, Baobao, and see if you can stimulate their inquiring minds enough to draw them to the cafe. Why me? Why does it have to be me? Objective. Choose the appropriate phrases to generate interest in the last drags. Oh boy, here we go. Don't register for any duty finder. It's okay. This has my full focus, game. Truly, there is naught like a rousing examination to take one's mind off the ceaseless torment of existence. Should we start with 350,173 questions or so, as is customary? No. We're not doing that. 350,000? I was thinking more in the neighborhood of 3. I see that in my cognitive agitation I neglected to account for your base intellects. Carry on with your paltry queries, then. Do you have an interest in gustatory sensations? We long ago abandoned the pursuit of gustatory sensations. Though we yet consume either to sustain ourselves, we do not experience any particular sensation beyond the satiation of hunger. That is perfectly sufficient, though I am curious. You indicated that many beings gather to consume sustenance at your cafe. Do these beings experience gustatory sensations in unison? Does this not confuse and upset them? No. Quite the opposite. Taste is key to customer satisfaction, and our customers are very satisfied, I assure you. Curiosity detected. This unit concludes that your question piqued their interest. Good. Good. The diminutive being suggests that gustatory sensations are a primary consideration for your establishment. Biologically, however, these are not more than a secondary mechanism to prevent primitive organisms from starving to death. Explain this contradiction. Perhaps to truly comprehend our argument requires tasting for yourselves. Perhaps it is conceivable that, having dispensed with our corporeal vessels, a prolonged absence of sensations experienced by way of the nervous system has limited our imaginations to a degree. If only we had possessed the forethought to record our gustatory perceptions for posterity, an unfortunate oversight to be certain. Yet not an insurmountable one. If you were to visit the last dregs, we could help you reclaim some knowledge that was lost. Enticement detected. This unit proposes following this conversational trajectory to its natural terminus. Though I acknowledge that there is some logic to your argument, we are perhaps at an impasse given our form's lack of physicality. Nevertheless, I am curious to know what manner of taste you would present us with, had we gustatory organs. The best taste in all of Ultima Thule, nay, the universe. Because with their former lives, they've been there and done that. A disappointing, though unsurprising, suggestion. Perhaps your intellect simply lacks the capacity to understand that physical perceptions are subjective and therefore fallible. Even allowing for the possibility of a best taste regardless of culture and individual gustatory perception, I am unconvinced of the benefit of this knowledge. If we longed for ultimately meaningless physical experiences, we would not have done away with our corporeal forms. See, I think that one was damned if you do, damned if you don't. But you do acknowledge the existence of meaningful experiences. What do you long for, then? Based on past data, this unit suggests that altering the menu to suit the civilization in question would be prudent. Oh yeah, I knew that was on. The preparation of historically inaccurate sustenance will be no simple task, yet the hirsute being insists on accomplishing it. Is this compulsion intrinsically or extrinsically motivated? It is our deepest and most heartfelt desire to see hope restored to the universe. Therefore, we want to make you happy. How very primitive of you. Very well, I am convinced that your establishment will offer an authentic experience of the shackles of the flesh. Thanks. Heartfelt, it says. How charmingly irrational. Nary a mention of the tangible impact our hope would have on the surrounding dynamis. So you understand that that's part of it. There are those too, of course, but most of all, what we want is for our patrons to enjoy themselves. This unit does not disagree with the assessment of organic life forms as primitive, though it is rich in irony given the irrationality on display at present. In any case, mission objective complete. Allied units' performance will be logged as capable. Woohoo! The popping heads are a little bit distracting. We see that you indeed had few questions. When we may partake in sensory experiences. Oh, thank God. I can sit down again. Experimentation, you say? That sounds most agreeable. cat has occupied my chair for the past 12 hours. And now I gotta grab it while she's gone. Oh, I quite agree. No one has tasted more tastes than the intrepid Baobao. Her palate is refined and her bravery unmatched. She would be the perfect candidate to try any and all dishes we prepare. Then you need only scan and transmit the sensory perception data to the AI's consciousness. Okay. Sure, why not? I'll take care of it for you. It is unclear at present what their people may have eaten in their corporeal days, but we can begin by finding out what sort of tastes they enjoyed and refine the recipe from there. Regardless, we shall need to fire up the ovens immediately. Last I checked our inventory, the kitchens are well stocked with vegetables, fish, and Charlatan cookbooks. I have a feeling it's going to be some kind of gas. The probability that the AI's historical diet was identical to that of the life forms of Aetheris is astronomically low. This unit proposes incorporating ingredients from other worlds as well. Yeah. Scanning flavors category for ingredient data. Calcite deposits near the ship Ragnarok may contain mineral content suitable for use as an additive. Data indicates that the organic life forms love additives. Hey now. Don't hesitate to taste test in the field. I am not going to lick rocks, Jammingway. Remaining allied units should proceed to the last dregs for recipe analysis. This unit will answer any further customer questions. Thank you. Thank you. Onward! I don't know what I'm getting, but we're gonna go get it. Pinches of stellar magnesium. Okay. I'm on it. She wants the chair back. I just sat down. You had it for 12 hours. Is she in the window? Okay. I wish they'd make the other buildings look revitalized too. The AI have thus far asked 81,120 questions. This unit can feel the last remnant of its patience slipping. I don't blame you. A timely rescue. Chemical composition of ingredients within expected parameters. Then let the experimentation begin. Not half bad if I do say so myself. Dig in, Baobao. Initializing progressive scan of gustatory inputs. Just seeing if that's what she wants. We are going to have the perfectly ordinary pasta, please. The pasta is not unlike that of Atheris, although the otherworldly flavor adds a tang of complexity. As for the AI, surely any gluten-intolerant life form enjoys a massive bowl of carbohydrates. I would expect so. Now we're gonna have the seemingly innocuous hamburger. Please. I'm gonna wait till she settles. Okay, she is settling. Okay, now I'm gonna sit back down. You are struck with a sudden certainty that Jammingway either borrowed or stole this recipe from the last stand, although the locally sourced flavoring adds an unexpected spiciness to the medium rare meat inside. Your tongue is now tingly. Now we will consume the vaguely terrifying dish, because we must. Was that fish staring into your soul just now? Hopefully not. In any case, its pallid flesh must have thoroughly absorbed the added alien flavor. You certainly tasted something. Gustatory data received. Transmitting to patron 007 and 008. So these are the flavors of which you speak. Thank you for helpfully categorizing each as sweet, salty, sour, bitter, or savory. I fear I am quite overcome by the medley. It is impossible to say whether this sensory assault is identical to what I might have once felt when consuming sustenance, yet it is a useful reference to ruminate upon nevertheless. Then it was well worth the effort in my book. Tell me, did any of the dishes strike you as particularly enjoyable? This is not a difficult question. The first stimulated me in a most pleasing fashion. How was this flavor derived? Ah, that was flavored with local ingredients harvested by Baobao, garnished with powdered miracle shrimp, a type of crustacean the Grebulovs are farming in Elysian. Pulverized crustaceans. The nature of gustatory sensations is inscrutable indeed. That we found these ones displeasing perhaps indicates that we, too, once consumed mutilated decapods. I cannot imagine why we would have left that behind. I am grateful to have even simulated the experience. It's basically shrimp salt. And there we have it. Do you think this will be enough to bring about more changes to Elysian? I think you can count on it. Inconclusive. This unit proposes that allied units ascend to scan for signs of change. Okay, let's Let's go take a look. Let's go. Is it a mask or is it his face? Will we ever know? Do we want to know? Probably not. We probably don't want to know. Still trying to figure out what that little tongue thing is sticking out the bottom of the mouth. Stigma 4 confirms that alterations have occurred. Let us proceed with the scan. Proceeding with scan. Oh my goodness! Look how cute they are! They're angry jellyfish! These creatures certainly weren't here before, but what are they? They put me in mind of Aetherius' jellyfish. No results found in database. Furthermore, these life forms differ from the simulations in Ultima Thule on a molecular level. You mean a new species has been born here? Is that so illogical? Elysian's climate is suitable for the growth of complex vegetation, and a significant portion of its surface is occupied by sea. Many life forms have arisen from similar environments. This unit would venture that under these conditions, the Aya's yearning for a corporeal past were sufficient to cause Dynamis to coalesce as organic life. That's incredible! New life! Me? And such a very adorable life you are! Yes, you are! Like unto newborn babes, or so I assume. Aeons have passed since we Ea have held a child. Yet it is not inconceivable that some part of us remembers. If these creatures arose from our fondness for the past, they may indeed be the nascent forms mentioned in our ancient records. I do see a certain resemblance. Would you like to give these little ones a name, then? We lost the meaning to our names long ago, leaving us only the simple phonemic system we now employ for individuals. The suggestion that we might impart the significance of these children via nomenclature is depressingly ludicrous. Nevertheless, we shall call them Mumizv, a peculiar name to share, perhaps, but one we may find the meaning in together. I cannot spell that to save my life, but it sounds lovely. I should like to remain with the Mumizv for a time. They doubtless know much of gustatory sensation and other facets of corporeality. Also, they're so cute. In serving as their guardians, we may yet reclaim some of what was lost. New life has arisen from the Aya's longing. Nurture and protect the Mumizv, for they have much to share. There is yet room for Elysian to grow and change. What other hopes will the power of Dynamis bring to life? Just you wait. No, really, you have to wait. Ranking these up takes forever. It will be a great deal more difficult to focus with those creatures about. They're so wibbly-wobbly. Are they also timey-wimey? This unit requests you contain yourself. Energy levels are already low due to patrons' ceaseless querying. However, this unit does admit to curiosity regarding the new life forms. Though it is probable that the Mumisive share data with the AI's genetic memory, possibilities for their development are infinite. This differentiates them from other Dynamis-based life forms. Or maybe they're just one more indication that you lot aren't doomed after all. This place was built for endings, it's true, but we have seen many a beginning. Let's keep that trend going, shall we? Affirmative. Our mission remains one constant among many variables. Wrap up! New Omicron Society quests are now available. And I get 3 quests as a reputation bonus because I'm still ranking up. Okay, I'm gonna grab these. And do it later. Am I ranking up? Dwarves and pixies. Love this little guy. The Heart of Tankiness. That's a great name. What? Oh my god, Becky, I reached the maximum number of active quests. What? What? Oh my god. You can only have 30. Okay. Well, let's go get one of them done, I guess. I'll abandon that. I can pick it up later. Well, I found out. I found out. And now we are going back to... Oh no, only 83. Okay. The quest line for the 12 Alliance series. There you are, Baobao. This place served as the base of operations for your investigation into Omega, did it not? How delightful to be here together. If you don't mind my making an observation, it seems you enjoy traveling with company. I do. It's something I had dreamed of for a long time. There's nothing like traveling with good friends. Is that so? What of yourself? Do you normally travel alone? In my wanderings, I much prefer to have solitude. Not that I avoid people or communities, mind you. As a matter of fact, I've been here before, on the trail of the Phantom Realm. Now that I think on it, more often than not, those places where Phantom Realm sightings are known to occur have a tradition of 12 worship. Then I dare to hope that we are on the right track. As I'm sure you know, Ralger's Reach is home to the Temple of the Fist, the ancient headquarters of the Fist of Ralger. Raised by the Mad King Theodoric, the temple lay abandoned before the Alamegan resistance claimed it for its operations. While I doubt that much literature has survived over the years, the people here may possess some knowledge of the local faith. So let us split up and make inquiries and reconvene here afterwards to share findings. Ha! Bloodstorm. You read the words inscribed on the monument. A storm of blood approaches fast, hell's open, heavens weep, for no one soul doth lie beyond the measure of his reach. Once upon a time, Lise explained to you their meaning, that we must prepare ourselves for the strife and sorrow that will inevitably come. This way. Amicable resistance fighter. Oh, if it isn't Baobao, isn't this man perchance a friend of yours? When last he visited, he shared with me the tales he heard on his journeys, and what amazing tales they were. If you have time, I'd love to hear both your stories. Alas, we're in some haste. We're investigating the worship of Ralger and seek literature on the subject, religious texts and the like. Can any still be found here? Just about all of it is gone, sadly. Destroyed by the Empire, if not the Mad King before that. But we haven't lost everything. The mighty image of the Destroyer, the tales we share at the campfire, like the legend of our nation's founding. We still have these things, and they were a great source of comfort and strength to us in our darkest moments. I see. If you don't mind, I would be obliged to hear your stories this time. Baobao, rest assured I have this well in hand. Feel free to carry on as you were. Well, I'm not going to go play Triple Triad, so... Across the way. This doggo has one of my favorite songs from the Stormblood Trials. Scholarly woman. Aha, I remember her. Yes, if you have business, please make it quick. I'm due to meet with someone any moment now. Forgive me my delay. Oh, why, if it isn't the adventurer who kindly escorted me to the Temple of the Fist. Are you studying monks too, perchance? If so, you ought to work together with me and my colleague here. Few things are finer than joining heads with like-minded folk. Researching the worship of the Destroyer, you say? Why didn't you mention it sooner? Here you go. This is a copy of Destructivity, a scripture of the Fist of Ralgar. The original is one of the few texts that survived the temple's razing, and is in the safekeeping of one Professor Eric. I went to the trouble of having this made for my colleague, only for her to say she doesn't need it, so I will offer it to you instead. Her loss. Lest you forget, this is your passion, not mine. I'm simply assisting you as a favor, and I thank you not to put us in danger. Ah, but danger is the crucible in which the monk tempers body and mind. So sublime, monks. Well, we had best return to our work. Till next time, adventurer. That's a cute little follow-up with Marjorie. Still passionate about monks. He's so fluffy. Baobao, what were you able to learn? I've got a copy of the Destructivity here. A copy of one of the scriptures, you say? A moment while I skim over it. I see. This chapter appears to be a record of the construction of the great image of Ralgar, written in a style that suggests folklore was committed to parchment. When the deluge of the sixth umbral calamity threatened Eorzea, the ancestors of the Alamegans were guided to safety by a comet. Believing that it was sent by Ralgar, they came to hold him in the highest. This much of the tale I had been familiar with. But according to the scripture, among those refugees who followed the comet, some claimed to have caught sight of Ralgar himself. Their accounts were passed down through the centuries, and worshippers of the Destroyer pieced them together to give shape to yonder statue. It's pretty accurate. I must say, it bears more than a passing resemblance to the being we encountered. Were that Ralgar a primal, the explanation for the similarities would be simple. That is, the statue gives rise to a unified interpretation of Ralgar's appearance, which in turn lends form to the primal. However, this fails to account for what inspired the likeness in the first place. If the scriptures is to be believed, it was the sightings during the sixth umbral calamity. Yet for those witnesses to be able to recognize Ralgar, they would have needed an agreed-upon idea of his appearance beforehand. If we then consider the history of 12 worship that had already existed in the Third Astral Era, it would not be ridiculous to think that these divinities existed even prior to that. So the question is, did these beings give rise to their respective faiths, or are they primals born from them? I thought we had made it clear. We are not summoned beings. Eh? I knew it. The gods are peeping toms. This is just absolutely precious to me. Since time immemorial, our domains have lain scattered across Eorzea. As a matter of fact, one of those in which you set foot is nearby. 'Tis not unusual for mortals to glimpse us. That voice! Could they be? Indeed, I am Byrgot, and the hawk beside me is Rhalgr. I shall elaborate upon my master's explanation. We thus disguise ourselves when we wish to observe the world without, for being seen in our true forms would violate our laws of conduct. Yet though we similarly disguise our sanctums, veiling them in illusion, rents are known to manifest when the surrounding ether is unstable. In such a time, should a gifted mortal chance to be near, they may inadvertently catch sight of us. Of course! During an umbral calamity, etheric imbalance occurs on a star-wide scale, the ideal condition for seeing the Phantom Realm. Precisely how many times we have been seen, we ourselves have no way of knowing, but that is a sound assumption to make. Well, Byrgot, I believe that much shall suffice by way of an apology for our deception, shall we? Indeed, that is all we are at liberty to reveal. Fare you well, children of man. Okay. Aside from their reticence where it concerns their identity and objective, these divinities are certainly approachable. Astonishingly so, I would say. If what they said was true, and their worship can be traced back to their sightings, it would serve to explain one thing. According to my research in the field of comparative mythology, Rhalgr is often observed to bear many similarities to Ramu. Assuming both were inspired by the Rhalgr of the Phantom Realm, their diversions may be attributable to differences in culture between man and sylph. So you believe that they gave rise to the prevailing faiths of Eorzea? Given available evidence, yes, I am inclined to. Yet none of this explains their presence. How and when did beings of such power come into existence? Oh, 'tis you, Kryl. Has something happened? Truly? Very well, I shall take care of it. Kryl has recruited an acquaintance to aid in our investigation, an authority on mythology. I must go and receive her at the Sunken Temple of Karn, where she is currently conducting fieldwork after a brief detour to prepare a little something. Conveniently, Thanalin is home to countless adherents of Naldal. While I tend to business, may I ask the two of you to make inquiries in Ul'dah? Very well. That's a weird expression, Derek. Excellent. I will join you as soon as I'm able. By your leave. Well, we'll take care of it. Derek? So, it's to be just you and me in Ul'dah. I suppose it can't be helped. Apprehension is written plain upon Derek's face. Okay, that explains that weird expression. What strange manners for the one who proposed the survey to so promptly abandon it. I'll not lie, I am not given to working one-on-one with another, but I suppose I agreed to this arrangement. Well, we had best be on our way. As I recall, Milvaneth Sacrarium is still closed for construction, so let us try our luck at Arseneth Ossuary. You have no objection to traveling separately, I trust. Good. I shall see you in Nolda. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's fine. I mean, I'm just gonna teleport. Doesn't hurt my feelings. Ah, you're here. Of the deific twins Naldal, here they worship Thal, who keeps the realm of the dead and weighs the worth of men's souls. In contrast, Nald keeps the world of the living and oversees their financial fortunes. Their names are borne by many a location, and religious organizations, some extremely wealthy and powerful, exist to nurture the faith in them. On the surface, it may seem strange that a hub of commerce such as Ul'dah could be home to such spiritual people, but it is actually quite logical when one considers that their religion is, in essence, commerce. In any event, Naldal is truly an unusual divinity. What was originally held to be one god came to be worshipped as twins. Indeed, rather than two distinct entities, that which we encountered was a single being possessed of two personalities. Those shocked faces. Did I mishear? Did he just say they encountered Naldal? Cheese it! And while his appearance differs somewhat to the divinities worshipped, it cannot be denied that there are striking similarities in their nature. We're starting to attract attention. Huh? Oh. Forgive me, this is hardly the place for such a conversation. Let us continue it elsewhere. Yes, let's. Derek, what were you thinking? It was careless of me to openly speak of our encounter with a divinity within a place where he is worshipped. Hereon, I shall exercise greater caution. I thank you for alerting me to my indiscretion and ask that you keep it between us. Well, you can count on me. Now then, to finish our conversation. As I mentioned, though the Naldal is worshipped by men appears to be somewhat different, there are undeniable similarities in their nature. I believe we may report this much to Grahatia. With that, our work here is done. Rather than waiting for our companion to arrive, perhaps we might seek him out at the sunken temple? He mentioned needing to make a detour. Were we to set out now, we ought to be able to catch up to him. After all, we hardly know one another. Rather than loiter with an unfamiliar person, it is better to use our time productively, wouldn't you agree? Then let us head to the sunken temple of Karn at once. Ma'am. You're here, thank goodness. I found this woman collapsed, though I can see no obvious injuries. By her attire, she seems to be some manner of scholar. Water, food, in my bag, please. I see. Baobao, may I trouble you to find her bag? I will stand lookout in the meantime. some water for you. So thirsty. So hungry. Here's a little bit of water for you. Not enough. Food. I need food. I have not saved dried meat. Tough as leather. Do you have anything easier to consume? Yeah, let me just pull this Archon sandwich out of my butt. Baobao, Derek, what are you doing here? Actually, that can wait. Steady, Snowkheim. I've brought you Archon loaf and coffee. Made sweet and creamy, just as you like it. How did I know she wanted an Archon sandwich? I am reborn! Washed down with a sweet beverage, the life-giving nutrients of Archon loaf permeate my being from head to toe. Thank you, kind stranger. However you knew my preferred source of sustenance, you are truly a godsend. Huh? Oh, it's you, Raha! What brings you here? I don't recall mentioning my fieldwork. It's for my research into the Baladians' worship of Azema, you see. Haven't you heard from Cryle? The students are presently investigating the 12, and we would prevail upon your expertise. May I introduce Snowkheim, expert mythologist. She is a collaborator of the students, and like many a Charlayan scholar, is passionate about her endeavors to the point of forgetting to eat. Seeing as she has recovered, may I ask the two of you to tell her about the Phantom Realm? The 12 abide in the Phantom Realm, and you exchange not only words with them, but blows besides? Incredible! And your description of the domains, a thunderous tower in one, and a sweltering city in another, are precisely as the heavens of lightning and fire are depicted in legend. In ancient times, worshippers of the 12 believed that there exist 7 heavens and 7 hells. Ethereology has since established that departed souls return to the ethereal sea, but it seems those afterlife domains were more than just inventions of mortal imagination. As a pursuer of myths, I must say that it feels somewhat anticlimactic to suddenly have these revelations given to me. But more than that, I'm dying to know more. Which is to say, please allow me to join your investigation. We would of course welcome your presence. Without further ado, then, let us head to the Umphalos. Cryle awaits us there. She says, please allow me, and we literally went there to recruit her. Oops, I have to go through here. Welcome back, everyone, and welcome, Snowkheim. I'm glad you could join us. Cryle, how delightful to see you again. I understand you've been doing a fine job leading the students. But may I say what a lovely place this is. At a glance, this appears to be the highest of the heavens of legend, the seventh heaven. And ooh, if those aren't symbols representing the other heavens, I take it those are their respective gateways. I should like to pay them all a visit. For Snowgrime's benefit, let us review what we've learned thus far and hence deliberate the next step. The gods reappeared before us in Rhalgr's Reach, though they were disguised as unassuming creatures. Their laws forbid them from showing their true forms outside their realm. Yet in the event the ambient ether becomes unstable, such as during an umbral calamity, it is possible for the realm, and indeed the gods themselves, to be glimpsed by mortals. And such sightings, we believe, have given rise to the various faiths practiced throughout Eorzea. As we confirmed in Ul'dah, the Nalthal worshipped by people and the Nalthal we encountered here have more similarities than they do differences. In the course of exploring the Umphalos, two things caught my attention. The first is the gate, which lies in the innermost area. If each of the other 6 gates lead to an elementally aspected heaven, and we stand in the 7th heaven, as Snowgime says, what then lies beyond that last gate? The second is this monument. It harbors some manner of magic, unlike anything I've seen before. I will endeavor to decipher it, but it will take time. Divinities that have existed since time immemorial, who abide in domains resembling the heavens of legend, why have they chosen to reveal themselves to mortals, seeking battle? Unless they favor us with more of their secrets, 'twould seem this monument holds the key to solving that mystery. Indeed, much and more yet lies beyond our understanding, but we'll keep chasing the truth together. As I'm sure you'll agree, though, this is tiring work, both mentally and physically. We need to pace ourselves, to which end might I suggest we return to Revenant's Toll and have a rest before we embark on the next stage of our investigation? Yeah, somebody's hungry. So rarely do I get to simply chat with colleagues. I had fairly forgotten what it felt like. Indeed, and it's quite fitting that we should be doing so here at the 7th heaven. Fitting? That's an understatement if I have ever heard one. The 7th and highest of the heavens, which rules over the remaining 6, was right here in Mordona all this time. This isn't fitting, my friends. It's destiny. You are obviously well versed in the myths surrounding the heavens and hells. If you don't mind, I should like to hear your thoughts on them. Invested as they are in their research, it doesn't take much to stoke their passions. My apologies if it makes you uncomfortable. Having always traveled alone, I'm admittedly not too familiar with such a lively atmosphere, but I do not mislike it. By the way, the two of you arrived at the Sunken Temple rather quickly. Did something happen? Well, not much. Well, as pleasant as this has been, it's past time we return to the Annex. The paperwork for this commission isn't going to complete itself, alas. Then I shall take myself to the Omphalos. There's so much there that I'd like to see. And I believe I will go for a walk nearby. It's getting a little warm in here. All right, do take care now. Okay. Oh, Baobao. It's pleasant, isn't it? The smells and sounds of a tavern. It makes one feel alive. And afterwards, stepping outside alone and breathing the cool air, I like that just as much. While we await developments, I shall remain here in Rodent's Toll. If there are any tidings, rest assured I will share them with you. Thank you for your help thus far. I doubt so much could have been accomplished without you. Derek betrays a gleam in his eyes at the sight of you. Oh, greetings, Baobao. If you've come to ask about development in our Phantom Realm investigation, then your timing couldn't be better. A short while ago, I received word from Grahatia. He and Kryl have completed their preparations in Charlian and are ready to resume fieldwork. Even as we speak, they make their way hither. Let's wait for them together, shall we? Sure thing. Ah, there they are. Graha, do you need an energy bar? Oh. What in the heavens are you carrying? This, my friends, is the latest technological marvel to come out of Charlian. I give you the etheric analyzer! Holding it thus, you take a measure of the ambient ether, whose waveform is then recorded by the ethero-transcriber at the back. This provides us with a detailed data of the environment which we can study at our leisure. As you know, the Phantom Realms are hidden by illusions. In order to ascertain their nature, I suggested to Kryl that we record the data with proper equipment. Alas, said equipment is tremendously cumbersome. Raha has done well to bring it here in one piece, and as expensive as it doubtless is, I hope we can return it in the same condition. Return it? Yes, to the Forum. In approving our investigation, they granted us use of the device in addition to their financial backing. Despite the students' greatly reduced scale, the Forum has faith in our endeavors. Thus did the approval notice declare, I'm proud to say. We owe much of this goodwill to the Scions, yourself not least of all. That being said, we can't depend on the Forum indefinitely. No, we must stand on our own 2 feet again, and it begins with our efforts in this investigation. The 12 are meant to be Eorzea's guardian deities, yet they seek battle with mankind. What could it possibly be that motivates them? Entreating with them earnestly, I am hopeful that we will find the answer. Well, we shouldn't keep Snowgum waiting. Without further ado, let's join her in the Omphalos. In we go. Welcome back. Well now, if that isn't the etheric analyzer, you've done well to get a hold of it. Indeed, we're truly grateful to the Forum for the loan. It's no small thing to be lugging about, but I've always wanted to try it. If you are ready, Raha, you may proceed with measuring the ether of the Phantom Realm. Baobao, please assist him, will you? In the meantime, I have a mind to further examine the monument with Snowgum. How does that sound? Like a plan. As a matter of fact, I've already done a little bit of work on that front. As you previously determined, the monument harbors some manner of magic, and this magic, I've since found, takes the form of an epigraph. By consulting experts in the field of archaeology, I was able to make a discovery. Oh yes, a most startling discovery. That is, the epigraph is largely incomplete, so we can't read it. So you didn't make a discovery? Ah, but see, establishing what one doesn't know is also an important step in research. For a blessing, the language used doesn't appear to be completely unknown. If we can but fill in the missing information, it should be possible to make sense of it. But where do we even begin to looking for such information? Why, we ask the gods themselves, of course. By giving them the battle they desire, we're doing them a favor, are we not? That being the case, I dare say they would grace us with their presence if called. Please come with me. Aha. Oh, the things I would ask them if they really did appear. Now, going by astrology, the heaven of earth should be the next to open, and it just so happens I know the perfect incantation for this purpose. Oh god, no. Open, Muntoi! Ah. It's a time-honored charm passed down in Gridania, whose patron is Nofika, one of the deities said to dwell in the heaven of earth. Come, everyone, say it with me. This feels ridiculous. But we're going to do it. Open Muntoy! What delightful children you are. I too have desired to speak with you. But by the 12th, it's her! It's really her! She looks precisely as depicted in legend. Amazing! "'Tis an honor to meet you, Nofika. If I may, what is it that you wish to speak about?" "You seek to decipher the monument, do you not? If you face more of us in battle, I myself included, we shall grant you the key to unlocking that mystery." "We would of course be much obliged for such a gift, but are you certain? The gods before were not exactly forthcoming with your secrets." "Closely have we watched you from our respective sanctums, watched as you faced us and pursued the truth with pure hearts and minds. In light of what we have seen, we have concluded thus. Even should you uncover the monument's purpose, you would still be willing to lend us your aid. Help us to fulfill our heart's desire, and so too shall we grant you yours. I look forward to receiving you in my sanctum, my dear children." The original plan was to revisit the heavens of lightning and fire, but I believe all would agree that we should prioritize Nofika's invitation. Hell yeah. Well, Snowgime, you're charmed at the trick. The way to another heaven lies open, and beyond it, the truth of the monument. I can scarcely wait to pore over the etheric data. Raha, Baobao, I leave it in your capable hands. As for you, Derek, may we rely on your guidance once more? Now that we know what awaits, I do not feel my presence is necessary. On the contrary, I would only be a burden. As you wish, of course. We can still count on you to pray for our friends, though, I trust. Of course. I'm glad that I can join you this time, Baobao. Encumbered as I am with the analyzer, I fear I won't be able to assist in battle, but I shall do my part and secure the data we need. Hell yeah! Euphrosyne, now accessible. Let's see. Alliance raid, it is healer in need, which I knew it probably would be, so I actually have one thing to do before I queue. Just turning in the quest with Drillmon. Turning in a couple quests, because I maxed out on quests. I think this is for her second Quail of Bahamut. An old foe and an old friend. So it was but the ethereal shadow of Master Louisoise that Lady Alice beheld, an unnatural conjuration in thrall to the elder primal. That the fiend should deign to choose him of all men, even in full knowledge of the shade's true nature, I would be hard-pressed to weather such a confrontation. Yet what agonies must the young mistress have endured! Such torment did she ne'er deserve. Mayhap 'twere better if Lady Alice did absent herself from future forays unto the coils. I have come too far to surrender to grief, Urianger. My lady, I am resolved to defeat these fiends, and naught shall sway me from my path. Now let us peer more deeply into the well of our discoveries. As you wish, my lady. By your leave, I would speak first of the coil's late guardian, Nail Van Darnus. Vandarnus was a legatus of the Garlean Empire who strove to bring about Eorzea's final destruction, only to fall even as the sixth sun did set. If thou hast heard tales of the White Raven, then it is he of whom they speak. Aye, he, I say, for Nail was of a certainty no maid. The noble house of Vandarnus, as we discovered all too late, had long safeguarded the wisdom of ancient Allag. 'Twas thus that the legatus came to learn the true nature of Dalamud, and seek to employ the Red Moon as a weapon against Eorzea. But the crystal tower and the mechanisms required to command the satellite yet lay hidden beneath the ground, compelling Nail to construct a far less subtle mechanism. And in his first faltering attempts to communicate with Dalamud, he did likely rouse the satellite's slumbering prisoner. Henceforth did the White Raven's soul belong to Bahamut. He was indeed fortunate to acquire so powerful a thrall by chance. 'Tis little wonder he was so loath to part with him. Why let a simple thing like death deprive one of so useful a pawn? Though we may accuse him of bungling Vandarnus's resurrection, I dare say Bahamut was as content to have a handmaiden as a manservant. I only hope that the two thralls we encountered were the extent of his flock. Yet I cannot help but dwell on Nail's words, those beloved children of whom he spoke. I assumed at first that he referred to the moon's beastly guardians, but should Bahamut have enslaved other mortals, we must needs remove this source of worship, otherwise our efforts to disable those coils shall be for naught. Forgive me mine indelicacy, my lady. Thou art wise indeed to speak of expunging the primal's thralls, but canst thou truly pursue a course which would cost thee thine own grandsire? My heart and mind are as one on this matter. Grandfather's salvation can be won by but a single method, the destruction of Bahamut and aught that might serve to sustain him. Baobao, while Urianger and I endeavor to ascertain the existence of any further thralls, I suggest you grant yourself a moment's respite. Rest assured that I will contact you the moment I have need of your inimitable talents. That we have achieved so much I owe to you. I fear, however, that our trials have barely begun. Though time had dulled the pain of thy passing, I find that I am wounded afresh. Master Louisoix, what good shall come of this unending search for knowledge and truth? Long have I believed the pursuit of such treasures to be the duty of every true Charlayan. Yet when each new revelation serveth only to heap further anguish upon those whom we would fain protect, must we truly reach for more? So, you have found your resolve, dear sister. Will you now find a use for the secret, for the key that only you and I hold? Given our familiar propensity for curiosity, you would do well to remember that keys may serve to seal doors as well as to unlock them, and Bahamut is a most unwelcome guest, to whom the door should never have been opened. And turning in the Drillmont quest. In her redoubled strength I glimpse the dark hand of the Paragons. Her return and her very defeat serveth merely to continue the escalating cycle of conflict. Full glad am I of thine all-surpassing martial skills, Baobao, yet still more glad would I be were they not required. Would that Lady Iceheart could be made to abandon her misbegotten crusade. Till she be thus converted or else slain, the people of Ishgard will know no peace. But be not disheartened. One day by thy light the darkness within and without shall be purged, and the Asians shall taste lasting defeat. We need only have faith. We'll pick that up later. Sir, you have so many quests. Her preparations complete, Lala stands ready to bring the reckoning to Guildevin. My apologies for the wait. The countermeasure is ready. As it is quite delicate, however, I will hold on to it until the moment of reckoning. Good. Let us make for Guildevan's lair at once. Has there been further word on Mahaudan and Sel? My fellow operatives report that your friends are still alive, and together we will ensure that they remain so. Thank you. Thank you. Though to me they are more than just friends, they are family. Our destination lies in the northeast of the Dravanian Forelands, where the Somal foothills meet the 100 Throws. The cave entrance is just west of the springs. Understood. I'll go on ahead and scout out the area. Cannot queue for a level 90 duty without Panheima. I'm a fraud. I think it's gonna be a day to take an allergy pill. This is it, Baobao. Gwildevain's lair. Remember, our chief concern is Mahoud and Ansel's safety. As I mentioned, they are rather delicate, but I guarantee that they will last you this one battle. When you are ready to sally forth, I will have you change into them. I'm done. So are you ready, Baobao? As ready as I'll ever be. Mahoud! Ansel! What have you done to them, you bastard? My, such anger, when you should instead feel joy for your friends. They have the opportunity to contribute to mankind's future. For the frailty of our flesh, so much knowledge and skill and experience are forever lost, an unconscionable and unacceptable waste. A lasting solution to the problem will not come without additional sacrifice. 'Tis unavoidable, but you, my friend, you are an invaluable living specimen, and I give thanks for the opportunity to study you further. You monster! How many lives have been lost and torn apart at your twisted whims? You play the part of the indignant moralist well. Pity. As a fellow Charlatan, I held out hope that you, at least, would come to appreciate my vision. Alas, you are as short-sighted as the rest. But no matter. You can yet serve a purpose as a benchmark for my progress. Oh yes, all the elements are present for a test of strength. Mahoud, Ansel, kill these self-righteous fools. Hold on, my friends. We'll save you. It should be possible to break Gwildevain's control. We just need to find an opening. As for you, I would thank you never to call me a fellow Charlatan. It sickens me to think that you are a compatriot. My, the animosity is fairly palpable. I had best make myself scarce. You do that, buddy. I want to teleport like that. Yes, yes. Carry on. No, they are not. Oops. That was not what I meant to do. I may use the Seeker arc. It's my tower. You guys move. Did he just... Okay, that's fine. We'll free you yet. We've got them. Mahad, Ansel. Forgive me. I didn't want to hurt you. Huh. 'Twould seem you possess a heightened affinity for the sage's art. Ha ha ha! That I should be blessed with such fine specimens for my research. We must see what else you can do. Yes, we must. Watch out! What? You have a promise to keep. I won't fail. Not again. Through all the suffering and sacrifice, I'm still here. I'm still alive. And so long as I live, I refuse to let anyone else die on me. What say you, Hound? Ansel? As if you needed to ask. Where you go, we follow. You know this. I believe in you too, Loifa, and you and Baobao both. Guildevane, you wanted to see what else we could do, right? Come and find out. Marvelous. Absolutely marvelous. Do not hold back, my dear subjects, for neither shall I. For the betterment of mankind, let us transcend the limits of our flesh together. Okay. I'm not gonna let you get anything off me. Disgusting creature. Ma'am, why are you shield bombing him when you're standing right next to him? Craniotomy. Ah. finish him quickly, don't worry. Duty complete. What are we waiting for? Let's kill him and have done with it. No, Ansel. It should be Loifa's decision. This power that I have, born of untold sacrifice, I swore that I would only use it only to protect life, not to take it. Guildevane will face justice back in his homeland, where he committed his most heinous crimes. I'm sorry, my friends. Lala, this crystal was your mother's, and it rightfully belongs to you. It's already where it belongs. Through your deeds, bring honor to my mother's memory. I will strive to do the same, with my trusty sword and shield. With your blessing, I hereby take Guildevane into custody. He will be transported back to Charlayan, where he will be tried by the Forum. And while I tend to the necessary arrangements, you should return to Idleshire and have a rest. I will join you anon. This mercy is more than you deserve, but you will answer for your crimes. Every last one. When I set out from Charlayan, I wanted to reclaim my mother's soul crystal, wanted it as a memento to remember her by. But I've come to realize that there is no better way to remember her than by the legacy of her deeds in life. She was the gentlest and noblest of women, one who never flinched in the face of danger when someone was in need of succor. And I will endeavor to do honor to that legacy by rising to the defense of those in need of protection. This includes Loifa and his friends, so in case you worry for them, don't. You should return to Idleshire as well. Gods know you deserve a rest too. You took your time. Let me guess, you were talking with your superiors and making arrangements to send us back to Charlayan as well. No. We had a long and difficult conversation, I must confess. Though they were pleased that Guildevane would be returning to Charlayan, alive no less, they were deeply disappointed to hear that the fugitives escaped, and that, despite my best efforts, I could not pick up their trail again. Though I don't exactly mistrust the Forum, I do have reason to believe that they knew more about Guildevane's activities than they let on. Perhaps they were hoping for a resolution that wouldn't see the sordid details of his experiments brought to light. But now that it's all going to be out in the open, and your innocence has been made plain, my superiors will no longer think to pursue you. You are free to begin anew, which is the very least you deserve after all you have suffered. Well now, you're surprisingly reasonable for a mole-headed Charlayan. I beg your pardon. A simple thank you would have sufficed. I never asked for my powers, but fate has decreed that I have them. And I will use them as they were intended and fight for the future of all lives. I'll also seek a cure for the procedure's side effects, and when I succeed, my friends will finally be able to return home, safe in the knowledge that they won't lose control again. We can't thank you enough for coming to our aid. Aye, if it weren't for you, we would have been dead or worse. We'd all but given up on ourselves and lived only for revenge, but you've given us a second chance, and we won't waste it. Good. We'll aid Luifa in his research, of course, and it'll be as much for his sake as ours. For all his bravado, he can't stand to be alone. What? Aye, we thought that Vieira men prefer solitude, but not our Luifa. Deep down, he's a lonely little boy. Family indeed. As a little girl, I regarded the sages of Eld with awe. In the tales, all were stern, nigh mythical figures, untouchable in their virtues and ideals. But the more I think on it, the more I am convinced that these legends cannot have been so unlike us. No, they were ordinary folk, who bore great love for friends and family, and that love extended to all life. Now more than ever, I see this love in my dear departed mother, and though I still have much and more to learn, ever will I endeavor to do her proud. Thank you, Baobao. I couldn't have learned these lessons or accomplished my mission without you. As our work is done, our time together is over, but I shall linger in Asia a while and hope to see more of you and hear your tales. Thank you. And now it's not healer in need. Okay. Gross. I'm happy you're happy, Porksy. A rank. He looks angry. She looks angry. Oops, target myself. Engine components. There we go. And filtration supplies. deliver supplies. Ah, they're for the distillery. Yes, filtration supplies for you. Did I taste the ethanol? Oh my goodness. And then I have 6 mining quests to complete. The Mew missive was obtained ethically and with permission from its guardian Aeon. Please commence siphoning at your earliest convenience. Oh, okay. Obtained ethically. Well, that's good. Hey, wake up. Okay. Okay. deliveries. Enjoy these space oysters.
Whispers falling silently drift on the wind, but I hear you.
Let's find the Grabuloffs first. What have they gotten themselves into now, chat? Here's one little guy. Yeah, you should not have... No, if you drank that, that was a mistake. Okay, he swam in it. That's still not good. This environment is not good for you.
Whispers falling silently drift on.
Oh no, my duty. I must go. Okay.
ああ、とうとうこの時が来た。 命のほとばしりを見せてちょうだい。豊穣の意味教えてあげましょう。大地の脈動感じるかしら。翼度の糧となりなさい。実った方を刈り取るように。枯れ木に花を、大地に緑を。指針の息吹、今ここに。人の兆しに胸が躍る。
That's a lot of dead bodies.いい子たち、この先もどうかくじけずに。
Strong for what awaits.
我が剣能にて大地の別なる姿を示そうと。
That Alice looks like a flight attendant.
季節して我が妹も来訪したようだな。我々兄弟心と手合わせを。
あなたたちの運命を紡いであげる。さあ、運命に抗ってみせて。
時よ、我が意のままに。さあ、見極めてやる。我が引力に従え。
水の真意に飲まれなさい。
Oh, okay. That's rude.
待ちわびたぞ、この時を。
これが運命なの。
Nice, nice.
さあ、地上の戦場に立つ栄誉を与えよう。 前に習え更新せよ。汝らの武勇先人に示してみせよ。
I forgot to do my motifs.
「我がやるよ凍てつくきらめきを宿せ。誉れのためにその身を捧げよ。
I see dead people.
Whoops. Now I'm a dead people. I misread that. Gosh.
手ぬるい私は主らの先人ぞ。
Not empty. I see there's a provoke battle going on.
戦場では聞くことはかなわぬ。栄光の勝利己が手で掴み取る。
Oh my.
「異様の氷河に目せ」「戦技イージス・オブ・ハルオーネ」
Hell yeah, lady. Glorious.
Ah, この戦いが永遠に続けばよいのに。 戦場では聞くことはかなわぬ。共に血の宴に酔いしれようぞ。さあ先へ進め。
I don't need any of it, it's just nice to have. Oh, let's see if they wait for me during the cutscene. They did not wait yesterday. Palace of Ice. I love that outfit. I wish we could have that.
さあ月神の愛で満たしてあげる。
They waited!
Sa, あなたたちの愛を感じさせて。これが私の力よ。私だってこの程度は。人にはちょっと強すぎるかしら。
Oh my god.
行くわよ。覚悟なさい。
I'm ostensibly the new person and there's so many dead people. I'm not judging. It happens to the best of us.
彼らに慈悲を。
Me included. No, my cast! Fine.
容赦しないわ。この子と一緒に遊びましょう。
Man, your wolf should not have an arm like that.
ほら、遊んでらっしゃい。
Nice job, team. Oh my god, there were so many achievements. It wasn't just me. It was not just me.
また一歩
I think there were like 10 new
決意の願
people.
いへ近づけた。
Well, that's why they waited. Ta- Okay. You're both safe, thank goodness. You have the data then? Wonderful, wonderful. I don't suppose I could do the honors and replace the transcriber cartridge? I've always wanted to take a closer look. Take care removing it now. We don't want anything to happen to the data. Way to raise the stakes, Graha. Carefully does it. Come to me, O knowledge divine. Come to me. What is that? Ah! Oh. It's all right. The cartridge is safe. Let's finish the task before there are any more surprises. You have our gratitude for bringing us closer to achieving our dream. Oh, Alphic, why must you always be so formal? Although he has trouble expressing it, I assure you, my brother is absolutely giddy with joy. Why are you here, Nofika? Have you not sufficiently amused yourself with the mortals? Not nearly. I would talk to them some more. Nofika promised you the key to deciphering the monument, did she not? Yes, that's correct. Then you would do well to hold in your minds that which harbors information. Come now, brother, you need to speak plainer than that. To clarify, we shall create the objects you need, but your assistance is required to give them form. Worry not. Appearance has no effect on function. Just try and imagine that which in your minds is used to hold information. Okay. Picturing it. Holding the image in my mind. A book. A book. A map. A book. My cell phone. There, these instruments shall be useful in your quest. Tombstone, eh? Across Eorzea lie eternal stones that hold the information required to complete the words of the monument. By holding an instrument out to a stone, it will take that information unto itself. We scattered these stones across the realm that mortals would not uncover our secrets. Of late, however, it would seem you have found alternate uses for them as objects of worship. Could they be the marks of the 12? They are, aren't they? Oh, to think that they harbored information on the gods. It seems we have our next destinations. Aside from the 3 city-states, I believe the marks are located in Querthus and Mordona. I propose we split up, the quicker to finish the task. I wish to come too. No, Menfina, 'twould not do to burden these children so. After all this time, we finally have the chance to speak with mortals, to learn about them from up close, and we're not like to have another. I must say, I share Menfina's view. Even you, Helone. I'd like to learn about you too, and I believe I speak for all of us. By all means, let us travel together. Music to my ears. We shall watch over you and see that you safely reach your destinations. Without further ado, then. Not so fast. Did you think you could go frolicking without us? The others have our domain well in hand, so we are coming too. Well now, far be it from us to stop you. Let us assume our disguises too, and then each choose a mortal to accompany. Please, let it be something inconspicuous. No kidding. Golem. He's showing off his rock. I believe my destination is Thanolin. Then it's Lenosha for Raha, the Twelveswood for Kryl, and last but not least, Mordona and Korthus for Derek and Baobao. Will you be alright, Kryl? I shall be fine. You needn't worry. Alright. Off we go. Off we go to finish this later because I have got to take a break before raid. So, wishing everybody a great day and goodbye for now.